Everyone, and welcome back to my channel Crafting with Danny. Sorry about the light and the shadow. I've come on today because for the last week I've been looking at journals, them junk journals and travellers journals, and I've really took a liking to them, so I thought I'd give them a try. So these are just prototypes. The one we're going to be doing today is with Stampin' Up. It probably is going to be quite long-winded, this video, so I'm not sure, but I'm going to show you. The first one that I did was this one. And it's just tied together with some ribbon. This was just some scraps of papers that I had, and I hole punched it and threaded ribbon through the pages. So I just popped a little envelope on a sticky dot with some little embellishments in, and then the pages are patterned paper. This is Stampin' Up Fresh Florals, and then plain paper for journaling on or writing on. Again, that's Fresh Florals. I've stuck a little sticky note in there, and it continues like this. There's 60 pages in this one, and it keeps going along like that, and that's where I've tied the first one. And there's some little sticky notes there, more journaling pages, a little memories and more card, and another one there, and some more pages. And it just keeps going like that all the way through. I thought they were really sweet. I thought it turned out really well, to be honest. Little paper clip there to add something in. My daughter's going to have this one. There's a little journaling card, and that's where I've tied the next one. And then so that continues on. And then in the third one again, little sticky note there, more journaling pages. You can put little photos on, things like that. And that's a coffee break DSP, more journaling pages, some more DSP and a memories and more card, and then it carries on like that through the opposite side. Then I've just put a little tuck spot there with some memories and more cards. Then I cut out all my papers for this project today, which is going to be in this size, but yesterday I made another one. And basically I just ripped up, well, I cut up one of my Stampin' Up magazines. So I just stuck a few things on. This is the inside, and that's an envelope there with, I've just put some string on. You open up the envelope and you can put a few little things in there. So that's that piece. And then I've already started writing in this one, just so that you can see how it would look. That's my daughter. That's just some measurements, some things for my holiday. That's my other daughter. And again, and there's some more measurements for today. And then there's another sticky note there. Just stuck some pieces there and a stamp for the date. That's a part of the map from the map book that I had, a little tuck spot there. And I've sewn this one on the sewing machine. Another map piece, some more journaling pages, a bit of a doily, some paper, and it just continues like that. But like I said, this one I did it on my sewing machine. I've just put a tag there and a couple of cards in that one. I love it. I'm going to put this in my bag, and you know, I'm going to use it like I have. I really like it. More journaling cards. I've made a little book there under that little tuck spot, and then there's just some more Stampin' Up paper, DSP, and I put a paper clip there if you want to tuck something in. Some more Stampin' Up DSP. Now this piece, this is in the very centre of the book. What I've done is, if you can see here, I've added some elastic and I've put these little clips on. I did put this linen ribbon on so they couldn't see the threading where I'd sewn. I'm going to add some more clips on there, but I've added this extra piece in today so that when you lift this up in the middle you can remove all of this section, and there's 20 pages there. So if you didn't want to leave that in, if it was like a jotter if you like, you can remove that and add another one in, or another one would go on top. So this has 80 pages in this one, and I've just added a little stamp there, and that's some of the Stampin' Up paper there. the grid paper, and it just continues on like this all the way through. All these images are from one of my Stampin' Up magazines, just for inspiration. Another journaling card from the Memories and More. That's from the back of a magazine. That's from a magazine. That's from a MacBook I had. I've used the grid paper and just punched out using the new tab punch. A couple of tabs on there so that you can write on that. And then it just continues on, like I say, like that. You can see the stitching there. And it has worked really well, and I really, really like it. And then I just put another matte piece in, and then it carries on. And then at the back there's another envelope that I just made out of the Stampin' Up magazine. And inside I've just put a couple of journaling cards. So you could do what you want with that. So that is our little book, and you can see there, well, you could probably see on this one better where they go. I would suggest, if you do make this, the cover, I would laminate it. I don't have a laminating machine, so I can't do that yet, but I am going to look to get one, and that's what I'm going to do. So after all that, here's the project. And I am going to have to open this journal actually, because that's where I've written my notes. So bear with me, because there's quite a few things to show you. So like I said, it's going to be a Christmas one, and I have used quite a few, just move this. I have used quite a few stamp sets. We've used Lovely as a Tree, Merry Little Labels. This is a new one with the coordinating punch in the catalogue that goes live on the 1st of September, this one, in the Autumn and Winter catalogue. So if you shop with me, you will already have your catalogue. And the tags and trimmings, I've used that one as well, and that comes with some thinlits. And this is my tag. Oh, that's come off. This is the tag that I've made. I'll just pop that in, back in. So I'm not sure whereabouts on the book I'm going to use it yet, but this is the tag. And the colours that run through the album is Cherry Cobbler, Smoky Slate and Pear Pizzazz. So that's the tag. Then for your cover, I've used Cherry Cobbler, and that measures 6.5 inches by 10 inches. And I've scored at 4.5 and 5 inches on the long side. Then you're going to want your cover pieces, which I've used Cheers to the Year, I think it is, in the new Autumn and Winter catalogue, and that's 4.25 inches by 6.25 inches, and you'll want 2 of those for the front and the back. I've also got, now, what's that? The new Memories and More Merry Little Christmas, Memories and More, and I'm going to put these in the album somewhere. So, and then we've got some stickers that come with it as well. And then there's some, I'm going to have this on the top, which on the front of the cover, which I've made using the Merry Little Labels. And all I did was I got some Pear Pizzazz on the stamp, stamped that side, and then used Cherry Cobbler on the other side to get that effect. So that's to go on the top of your book. And then these are our journaling cards. I don't know if I'll use all of them, but I will, you know, use a few. I just thought they'd be good for writing on, obviously. And, you know, they're lovely. Really, really are nice. So that's them. And then you're going to want 18 plain sheets of paper, and I've just used print paper, really, what I use for printing on. And they're going to measure 6.25 inches by 8 inches, and you're just going to fold them in half. I didn't score them on the scoreboard, I just cut them out and folded them in half, and then I've stamped this of the tags and trimmings in all of the corners of the pages. So that's those. And then I've just randomly cut out some bits of paper in all different sizes. It doesn't matter what size you do it, as long as they're not gonna go over that page or above it. So you can cut those to whatever size you like. I won't run through the sizes because otherwise we'll be here all day and you'll get bored. But these are the papers I've used. Really all pretty, and the music ones, Jingle Bells on that one, and they're all double-sided, like that. And then what I did, just to give it a bit of wow, is I got 2 pieces of vellum and I used the Lovely as a Tree, and I silver heat embossed a couple of the trees on, so when they wrap around the paper or whatever you want to do, they'll look like that. Or you'll have it on here, you'll do your journaling, or you'll put a picture on there, and you know, I just think that really looks pretty. So 18 plain and 12 of your papers. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yeah, 12. I'm gonna bind it together with some of our linen thread. That's what I'm going to do, and that's it. So, oh sorry, it's not it. I made 2 envelopes, and I used the envelope punch board for these, and all I did was I used this grid paper and I cut that into 5 by 5 inch squares, and then followed the instructions on the punch board, and I just added a doily, one of our Stampin' Up doilies. I put Wink Stella on and paper Zaz ink, and then I used a stamp, and then you open it like that. And in this one I just cut up some little pieces of paper for you to do some journaling on, like that. So all it is it's the grid paper, and then I just stuck some card on the back just to make it a bit more sturdy, and that's that. And this one's the same. I've just, in fact I can't remember what I put in that one, but that's just the same anyway. So they're going to go on the inside front cover, and that's it. So just tie this back if I can, and then we'll get started. I will show you how to make these, but I'll do it in another video. I'll just get through this because I think I've already rambled on quite long enough. So we're going to take our cover, and like I said, I definitely will be laminating mine next time. So where we've scored it, we're going to fold and burnish on the score lines. And just take your bone folder and burnish the score lines like that. And then what I'm going to do is you're going to need a pencil and a ruler. Just a minute. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a pencil and a ruler. I might just zoom down here for this so that you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm just going to use the grid paper, and I'm going to line it up here where there's an inch. And then I'm going to mark at 1/4, 2/4 and the 3/4 mark. So I'm going to put 3 pencil marks, and then I'm going to turn it over and do the same. So put it in between where there's an inch and mark at 1/4, 2/4 and 3/4. And then all I'm going to do is take my 1/8 of an inch, I can rub these marks off after, is put my 1/8 of an inch punch in. Actually, do that again. So put that on where there's an inch, line your ruler up where there's an inch, and just mark an inch up. That's what I did. I did it that other way when I was sewing it in. So just mark at the inch point. There. and then turn it around and do the same. You can always rub these marks out. So again, lining that up with 1 inch, and then just mark it 1 inch, mark it 1 inch, and again at 1 inch. It's a bit tricky to see, to be honest, because it's red. I'm just going to get my rubber and rub out those top pencil marks. So now I'm going to take my 1/8 of an inch punch, and I'm just going to punch over them 3 holes. So I'm just going to have to hold this close so I can see. And that's 1, 2, 3. Oops, that's gone a bit off. Just try and do it a bit neater than me. I can't, I'm struggling to see it. 1, 2 and 3. Yeah, I have made a bit of a mess of them bottom ones, but it won't matter because I'll cover that up anyway. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to put the front cover pieces on. So we're just going to put some Tombow on that. I'm going to put some Tombow on and just line that up, leaving a nice little border around the edge. I'm going to zoom back out actually. I think I'm still zoomed in. I bet you didn't see any of that. So sorry if you didn't. Let me just move that. I forgot I was still zoomed out. So we've punched our 3 holes top and bottom. I've just gone off a bit because I didn't quite put the punch in high up enough. It was a bit dark. So again, we're just going to put some Tombow on there, and we're going to just line that up again, leaving a nice border around the edge. And then once you've done this and you've put your cover on, now you could run that through the laminator and that would just be a lot more sturdy. So that's the cover. Now we're just going to do our pages. Oops. So you're going to take your plain pages and your patterned, and just pop that on there. So you want to take your pattern page, choose a pattern. I'm just going to put 1 pattern and then 2 of these. So it's 1, 2, 3, and then a pattern, 4, 2 more of these, 5, 6, and then a pattern, 7, 8, 9, 10. 8, 9, and then 1 more pattern. Have that one. And then that is your first, that's your first book. So that's number 1. So you're going to go again, you're going to take a piece, and you're going to take a piece of paper. So 1 piece of paper, 1 patterned paper. So that's 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to go 4, 2 more of these, 5, 6, 7, 8, that's number 2. And then for the last one, you're going to go get your sheet of paper. I'm going to put this at the front again. No, I'm not. I'm going to put this at the front, make sure it's the right way around. So we've got paper, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I've got 1 spare. Excuse me. And then just pat them down like that. So you've got your 3 booklets. I'm going to have them in that order. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take your first book and you're going to open it, and I've got a pokey tool and a foam board, and all I'm going to do is just line up and guess roughly where I think the hole's going to be, which is about there. So then I'm going to use my pokey tool and poke a hole in like that. So that's 1, and then I'm just going to put the book back, and again I'm just going to guess where I think that hole's going to be. I think it's going to be about there. And then I'm just going to place that back on the mat and poke another hole in, like that. So I'm going to do that on the other 2, and then I'm going to come back. Okay, so I'm back. I've already gone ahead and I've sewn 2 of the sections in, so we're just going to sew in the 3rd one now. So what you do is when you've made your holes, you're going to pop your needle and your thread through 1 hole in the back of the pages, through the hole in the spine, out through the other hole in the spine, and back through the hole in the pages. And then you're going to pull that all together, unthread your needle, move that. I'm just going to pull some of this back through and cut a length off, and then I just turn it on the side and pull that nice and tight and pop my finger on it. It is a bit tricky, and then try and tie a knot. I'm just going to pull it down with 1. And turn it that way, like that. And then you just want to snip your ends off. Just leave a little bit on. I like the look of that. And that is our 3 sections sewn in, like that. So on the inside cover, there's the front, there's the inside, a couple of journaling pages and patterned paper. You can put photos here or anything. Music paper, you can add more pockets if you like. I just think it's really, I love it. I'm absolutely in love with this, and I can't wait to get a laminator to laminate. So I'm going to stick these in the front here, like that. So I'm going to take some Tombow. And that's why I put the card in as well, to stiffen it up, and also if you put the glue on straight onto the paper, it can just make it soggy. So we're going to do that. Watch your string that you don't catch it in. And I'm just going to line that up about there. And press that down. And then we're going to put the next one in the same. Plenty of glue on. Like that. And then just line that underneath. Like that. Like that. And then I'm going to take some, oh, I hope you can see that, I've just looked up now. There we go. I'm going to take some of this linen thread, is it? Burlap ribbon. And I think it coordinates really well with the linen thread. So I'm going to put some of mine across here because I did punch the holes in slightly wonky. So you could just put some down here. So I'll take my scissors and just measure that 6.5. So I'm just going to cut that at 6.5. Just cut it a bit longer just because it's a bit off here. And then I'm going to cut that one at 6.5 again. And just do it a bit longer because you can always cut it off. I'm going to take some red liner tape. Just 1 minute, I've just got to go and check on one of my... Okay, I'm back, sorry about that. So, we're going to put some red liner tape across this burlap ribbon. Like that. It's a bit hard to see without putting your head in the way. So, I really hope you saw all the video. I've been attempting to do this video for the last 3 nights, but as I've got 4 children, it can be hard. I've got to completely wait until they've gone to sleep. Otherwise I'll get shouted upstairs for something, which is what's just happened. But I've nearly finished now. Oops. So I'm just going to put some more tape on here. Like that. And then some more on this side. Like that. And then I'm just going to use my bone folder and press that tape down. And then I've got a pokey tool. I'm going to attempt to take the backing off. There we go. So then once you've done that, you want to take your book and just line that up on the edge, like that, and just run that along the edge. I hope I haven't got my head in. Like that. And then you can just trim off the excess. And then we're just going to do the same with the other piece. So I'm just going to try and take this off. Try this side. I could have put glue on, but I probably would suggest against it because the burlap is you know, there's holes in it and the glue will just seep through. So now then, I turn that over and lay that on the edge. And there. Like that. And then we're just going to cut that off. Like that. So that's the side. Now you can't see, oops, that's the front. And now you can't see where we did that down the holes. So inside, I'm not sure if I want to, I might make some pockets, I'm not 100% sure, but I will. I'm going to just add a few of these journaling cards, and I've got some paper clips. Just make sure you can still see, yeah. So I'm just going to take a few of these like that, look through there, that I think that just looks so pretty. So I'm going to paper clip that one on this page, I think. You could do anything to these. It's really, really, you know, totally up to you what you want to do. So I'm going to put one on there. And then I think I might pop one on here. I may stick these in later, I don't know. I'm just doing this so that you can see, you know, what you could do with them. Then we'll go through and we'll stick this one on here. You could even use these and make, yeah, I think I will actually. I'm going to pop that one on here and make a little tuck spot with it. So all you want to do is just run a bead of glue down the edge, all three edges, like that, and then stick that on there like that. And that will create a tuck spot in a minute when that's dried up. And you could just put a couple of these journaling cards in the top of there. So just choose a couple, put that one in there, and that one. And then you just want to keep going through and adding in your cards. Put one on here. Like that. And there's that other side of the vellum, so that would look nice with, let's have that on the back of the vellum. That'll look nice there. And you could give these out at Christmas, you could give them to your kids to write a diary about what they did, you know, take it to school and show the friends. And then do this one for the little ones, Christmas Joys. I'm going to use this one for my Christmas with my children and my husband, and put some photos in. So maybe after Christmas I can show you what it looks like with photos in. And then we've just got two more cards. So I might pop that one inside. In there like that. And then flip through. How can I put another one? Put one on here. Could put a photograph on that side. And the good thing is, if you don't stick them on, you can actually use both sides. And then on the last section, I'm going to put 25, and on the back there's 24. So that section can be about Christmas Day. So that's all the, there's that bit there. These can go into the tuck spot like that. How cute is that? Oh, I absolutely love it. I think it's great. What we've got left, we've got our front sentiment. So I'm just going to pop some glue on the back of there. And I'm not going to put any of this up on dimensionals, because if you want to take it in your bag, you don't really want too much going on there. So I'm just going to put some glue on there and see where I want that. So I'm going to put that there. And then I do have a couple of embellishments that I cut out. So we're going to, these are the embellishments that comes with the matching die to the coordinating stamp set. So I'm just going to pop that on there like that. Just hold it for a minute. So that's going to go there, and then I'm going to put a couple of snowflakes down here, I think. So we'll put one there. And one here. Like that. And then we've got our tag. Oops, I'm not really sure where I'm actually going to put that yet. What I might do is I might make a gift box, and this can be the tag for the box, so that could be another video. What do you think? Should I make a box for it and do another video? Yeah, I think that's what I will do. So on a separate video I will show you how to make the envelopes, and I'm going to do a box for the tag, and then you can gift it to somebody, to and from, or you can keep it for yourself. But that is our project. I might put a couple more envelopes in the back. You know, I hope you like that. I've really enjoyed making it. I think the vellum gives it a really elegant look, and I just think it's really special, really pretty, and you can really save some happy memories with that. So sorry for the really long video, but I hope you've enjoyed it. I want to really thank everybody who subscribed to me. I think I've had over 70 subscribers in this last week, and I'm absolutely thrilled to bits with that. I really do appreciate every single one of you for subscribing. So thank you very much. Let me know what you think. Box, yes or no, and see you next time. Bye.